Reading for everyone, for each sign, for the week of May 18th through the 25th. So, what we're doing now, first we're going to pull general reading for the group. This will be the theme, and then we'll pull individual guidance messages for every sign. That reminds me, I need to get the list of signs in front of me. After I pull for the general, okay. I knew I was forgetting something. That was what it was. I do not have them all memorized in order. Not yet. Wow, okay. So this first deck is the Energy Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor. One of my first and favorites. Okay. So this is a big week for movement, movement in the direction that the heart is leading. It's funny because sometimes a card will fall out like this one before I'm pulling cards, and I'll be like, oh, I bet that's for the reading, but I'll put it back, and I just always like, it's always fun to see it come back out again. That's part of the reason I put it back, because I'm like, I want to see it come out again. I just love that. Cards coming out again and again, it will never get old for me. In that big deck of cards, that the same one will come out, just never ceases to be enthralling for me. Okay, so the first card we got is a group. The woman holding a heart. So this is a week of very loving feminine energy. I was already feeling this energy today. That's why I'm all like kind of flowery and pink. And I have my little pink rose quartz angel here, because I was just feeling this like really, really feminine, really delicate, been feeling this very flowery, blossoming, receptive kind of energy. And so are we as a group. And this applies, you know, regardless of your gender, because we all have this balance of energies between us, which is what this, or within us, which is what this balance card indicates that came out. This card about the yin-yang balance. That's what this is all about. And this is really cool because this is a 44 and a 22. 4 is the number of home, joy, stability. 2 is the number of partnership, balance. And it's like this receptivity, this feminine heart energy leading to this balance, because this is the first card that came out and this is the last card that came out. So it's like this leading to this, really this allowing for this. Because for a long time the balance has been skewed off, and there hasn't been enough of this. Both in the feminine and the masculine. And now this is being balanced, so this can be balanced. It's like the last bit of the balancing. Oh, you know what they just showed me? It's like when you have those scales, like the scale that's in the grocery store, and you know, it has the 2. The one in the grocery, forget it. It's the scale. When you take one, you know, bean or whatever off, and then you put it back on, and it's like you have to put, like, there's that one last one. That one last pebble that balances it. That's what they're showing me this feminine energy is. It's like the one last pebble that balanced the scales. Cool. So everything here is what happens between this energy and this energy, between the feminine receptivity and the balancing of the scales. First, walking away. Notice also, like this, you know, this pink again. Pink, like the rose quartz, is the color of unconditional love. It represents unconditional, receptive, non-judgmental, non-rejecting love. All-encompassing love. And in this energy, in this state, you're just not able anymore in this state to vibrate, to resonate, to be around. Anything that's not in resonance with this, anything that's not syncing with this, anything that is not going to be part of this. So you're following your guidance, walking away from the things that are not part of this. As you come into that balance, as you come toward what will be. Okay. Because you're walking through this door. So as you're walking away from those things that are not resonating with that unconditional love, that are not resonating with that openness, that receptivity, you're walking through this door. You're walking through this door to, yes, healing and happiness, but it's more than that. It's, you know, it's a whole new place. It's a whole new way of living. It's a way of living this every day in your life. But it has required healing. Okay, so these are the energies that are being walked away from. Very clearly. With this group, these are the energies that are being walked away from. These energies are not in resonance with this high vibration, divine, unconditional love. This self-love, this all-encompassing love for another. What will have to be left behind is anything deceiving and anything that is attachment. Anything that you or another person is attached to in the physical world, or anything that's not true to the heart. Anything that's not true to the heart. Because you can see here he's protecting, holding this heart. And she's holding onto this mask. So what this is saying is, whether it's the masculine or the feminine, this protection, this deceit out of protection, this hiding to protect, and this hiding to attach, both have to be left behind to move into this. So that's what both the masculine and the feminine are walking away from, to walk through this door to balance. And this is completely fear, ego, mind-based. So is this. It's really interesting that this is masculine and feminine represented with this balance. So, this is what it's all about this week. Coming into this balance. Leaving these behind. Leaving any need to mask and hide and attach and conceal and divert and deceive behind. Because at the heart of them, these things are acts of self-rejection and self-deception. And both of these are ways that the mind convinces us to rob ourselves of this. These are the ways the mind and the conditioning that the mind has been through, and the ego and the fears, block us from having this. And they're the only things that can block us from having this. The mind and its fears are the only things that are separating us from this, that can hold us back from walking through this door into this balance. So, I'm going to delve into each sign. Let me just get my list. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Aries is first. Ace of Wands first. First card of the Wands suit. Okay, so what else for Aries? Also Three of Cups. No, Ace of Cups. Two aces. Two aces for the Aries. Ten of Coins. The Magician. Nice, nice energy. So, Ace of Wands, something passionate, something fiery coming through, something coming back from what would have appeared to be uncome back fromable, because it's this fiery kind of pit. Okay, so it's like things have been destroyed, things have been torched, either by you or by the divine or by both of you together. or by someone else. Things have been burned to the ground around you, and this is not a bad thing, because these were those things that you were walking away from. This has already happened. This is an energy that's done. So that's the great part. You're not in the midst of this. You're done with that. You've already walked away. You've already dropped what's not working for you. That's an exciting place to be. So now out of the ashes comes this wand. And the wand is divine, passion. It is inspiration. So you're inspired and you're ready to rise up, move out of that fire, move out of the destruction, move out of what had to go. And the next Ace of Cups, you're ready to celebrate. You're ready to party. You're ready to party, you're ready to enjoy, to connect with others. And this cup is overflowing. So it's like your cup runneth over, because you realize now that you have released the things that weren't important, you really are focused in on what is. And with the Ace, it's just that one cup. But it's like that's all you need. You realize now you don't need more than that. You don't need everything that has been burned away. You never needed it. It was all extra. It was all kind of weighing you down. So now you can celebrate. You're free. You're free. That's exciting. And 10 of coins. Even though that which you did not need has been burned away, you do still have what's important to you. And in fact, you have it more than ever. You have now what's important to you, because what was not important is now gone, and you can focus in on what's important to you, and you can really invest in that. So this is being surrounded by love, being able to kick back and relax and enjoy what you have. And you can enjoy what you have because all that stuff you didn't need is gone. So now you can just relax and enjoy your riches. That's what I'm seeing, the riches, the true riches of life. And you're the magician. I mean, so powerful, so in alignment with your soul, your truth, and with God. So there are no limits here. You can, align with, co-create anything that you'd like to see. Because you have this, you have all the resources, you have the freedom and the joy and the inspiration. So you have it all. You have it all. Inspiration, joy, the means, the earthly means, and co-creative power with the divine. And alignment with the divine. That's a lot, Aries. That's a lot. You are in this very free and powerful and very exciting place where you can move toward exactly what you want. So here's some energies to be aware of. Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah. So a bit of anxiety, and but this is a 9, so this is ending. This will not continue. But this is anxiety over the fact that you are moving forward and you're leaving what was, because it's just that basic anxiety of change is what it is. That anxiety that change brings, because that is a lot of change in your spread, and change just automatically triggers in the mind this. It's just automatic. There's nothing we can really do about it. That just happens in the mind. But this is very short-lived. This is really almost over now, I'm getting. And what is ending it? Well, there are two things. One is you're being shown all this abundance. I mean, it's like that Ace of Cups. It's like, let's celebrate, because, in releasing what wasn't needed, you're coming into all of this. That is everything you could dream of. This is like that 10 of points where it's just like, oh, so much, you know, so much. You couldn't want for more. So you know, really, even though it's, you know, a little bit scary to change, you just know that it's going to be so good. And you're being given the strength. Strength comes from being loved divinely. Strength comes from feeling God's love, which is this lion, from feeling divine love. So because you are so loved, you are strengthened and being given all these gifts to move past this. So you're stronger than that mind. You're so much stronger than that mind that wants to pop in and say, ooh, let's worry because we're changing things. It's like, nope, stronger than that. Not today, not gonna do it, not gonna worry. So you got the angel guidance is Maya. Schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. So you're a student right now, in a sense. You're a student right now, in a sense, because you are embarking on this new chapter, this new part of your life. So you are this new student. So just take it in, soak it in, learn. It's a beautiful time. You are, the worst is over. Like the bad, all the bad, not just the worst, but like the worst and the bad, everything that's not in alignment with all this amazing stuff is over. This is what's ahead of you. And celebrating that. So enjoy that, Aries. That's amazing. Wonderful. Okay, Taurus. Taurus, this is a big time for you because the new moon is in Taurus. Uranus has just shifted into Taurus, and this is a rare thing that is happening for the next 8 years. And this is an energy that's, you know, very much about your, you know, earthly sensibilities and the way you go about things. So, but it's looking good for you too after another transition. Yes. Okay. So the first card that came out is the Sun, and the last card that came out is the Four of Wands. Those are both beautiful. The Sun is, you know, moving into a beautiful new day. It's everything you could possibly want and need. It's you know, joy, it's love, it's living in harmony. It's beautiful. And then the Four of Wands, the last card that came out, is home, family, being surrounded by love, being surrounded, your dreams coming true, everything you could want. In the middle of those two cards, some difficult energy. So, and I only laugh because it's hard and I'm trying to balance it out. But the hard part is that there is some heart pain. There is the death, the death of the old, and this is like the walking away from things that are hurting you. It's the walking away from pain, the walking away from what is just dead. And it's painful to hold on to what's dead. It's like being dragged behind a truck. It hurts and you have to let go. But when you do, you're coming into this beautiful energy. And you're coming into the Sun. So even though it's hard to release what you have to release to move into this, it hurts more not to. It hurts way more not to. And it will only get more painful. I mean, that's because the divine is trying to get you to release to move into this beauty. So the more you can gracefully move into letting go of what's over, of what's not resonating with you anymore, even though you really thought like it always would, or maybe you just thought you knew, and it's hard to say, okay, I didn't. But you are coming into this real knowing, this real understanding. So action is happening, movement forward is happening. Whether this is led by you, whether it's just something that God is making to happen, or whether it's someone else taking action that affects you, this forward movement is happening. This is like the Chariot, and it is leading to abundance. It's very important. This black horse represents the mind, so it's very important to make sure the mind is always following the soul, not the other way around. In the readings lately, it's been coming out that the way we say like the connection between soul, body, and mind, it's all backwards. Because when we talk about it, we say mind, body, soul. And that's like a backwards train. It was just 11:11 on the counter. It's a backwards train. It's soul, mind, body. So when we say it, it should be soul, mind, body. Because the soul should be leading. The mind should be following the soul, always, always. And the mind is very valuable, but only when it's following the soul. When it's not following the soul, it's a terrible, terrible leader. And it causes problems in the body, because the body is last, always. The body is going to take in and manifest whatever it is that the soul and mind are telling it to. Well, the mind, really, because the soul is always going to be on, on the track of harmony. But if the mind is trying to lead the way and is sending the signal that something's wrong or we're in conflict, that's going to take up residence in the body in some way or another, pain, illness, whatever. So since the body always comes last, it's really just important where the mind and soul are, and the soul always needs to come first. So it's soul, mind, body, not the other way around. So Taurus, you're also concerned about money. But you are being shown, this is a 4, you are being shown, you are being supported, you're in that 4 of Wands, you are being moved into abundance, everything you need being provided for you. So it's important for you to focus on the potential of what's behind this door where you can't see, all the abundance that's there, not focus on the empty part, looking at what you think you have or what you think you don't have, and that not being enough, being in that energy of lack. It's important to be in the energy of abundance, knowing you're being provided for. That's really, really important at this time, to see things through your divine guidance, through your crown chakra, because through all this change represented by the 5, you need this divine guidance. Okay, so I'm getting for you, Taurus, that this crown chakra opening up, you might be experiencing headaches or some intensity or dizziness or something in your head, and that is indicating, your crown chakra opening, you coming into more divine guidance. So just try to relax into and allow that as much as you can, even though it does feel unpleasant at times. Just try to go with that and have patience. Your guidance, your angel guidance is have patience. Now is the time to learn, study, gather information, enjoy being a student. And many of us are getting this message right now, because in the future you'll synthesize that knowledge into action. So you are being encouraged to go into this crown chakra opening, what you're being shown, this divine guidance, and have patience as it filters down, because it will reveal, things you need to see. But the most important message here is, this week you might be experiencing heart pain, going through this death, this releasing of what has not been working for you. So focus on where you're going, on the guidance you're following, and try to have patience with that process, because you are being led toward the sun. You are being led toward the 4 of Wands, toward that beautiful, beautiful divine love. So just, stick with that, Taurus. You are very strong, and this is a time of you being supported by this, planetary energy too. So tap into that. Okay, keep going. Okay, so Gemini this week. Okay, so you have gone through some difficulty. This feels like something it's like you regret how you've handle something. The 5 of Cups is about, feeling regretful, feeling like focusing on this cup that's spilt, and these snakes are kind of slithering around. So it's the thoughts just kind of won't leave you alone about, what you feel wasn't right. And I am getting, this is something you feel wasn't right that was on your end, that you do want to repair, you want to balance out. But you just don't even know where to start right now, because it just feels like such a mess. There's this snake sort of twisting around this figure's throat, and it's just like, I don't even know where to start with making this right. But you will. You also have this very determined 9 of Wands energy, which is, okay, it is that divine spark, because you have gathered yourself, you've been gathering yourself, you've been in that strength showing in the opening spread of leaving the things that aren't working for you, and that is giving you this strength. You've been through a lot, because, you know, this wasn't just you doing something. This was like a lot of difficulty you were going through, and the way you had to respond, the way you had to handle it. So you're this, you know, you're in this energy of like, I've been through a lot, I've endured a lot, and yeah, I'm not really happy with how everything went down, but I've got to move forward. I've got to kind of fix everything. The Seven of Cups, it's about not being clear about what you want, and also not showing yourself clearly. So this would be kind of that attachment energy card we saw at the beginning. You're being asked to put it down. It's like you have to focus extra hard on putting down that attachment to the mask, to the old ways. It's like you just keep plugging along even though it's not really working, and it's time to put that down. That's what you're being asked to do. It's like you have this really determined energy of like moving forward, but it's important for you to make sure you're moving forward in your soul truth and not in the illusion, not in what is old and has not worked for you, because you do not want to end up with this energy again, because that is just a cycle that, you know, could suck you in and bring you back to the same results. But you're breaking away from that now, because that was the energy at the beginning. And here you are breaking away from that with the Page of Wands. So you are moving forward. You are getting around the obstacles of the past, of the things that just aren't going to work for you. You are determined again. You are, it's like you're stealthy. You have ways, you have things you're gonna figure out, Gemini, because you're very, very clever. And you're just gonna keep moving forward. You're not gonna let what has happened stop you. And you are gonna be supported in that, okay? But Gemini, there has been a lot of difficult hiding energy, difficult energy of like, not showing the truth. Yeah. So the truth will be spoken, okay? By you, I'm getting, because I feel like you were in this Five of Cups energy and you have been protecting yourself. This came out again for you, which I will pull a fourth card because that's a repeat message. So that protecting the heart. Aww. So nice. Okay, so I pulled a repeat message because you had already gotten this at the beginning. It means the same thing it meant at the beginning: protecting your heart, not showing something, deceiving yourself, really robbing yourself. That's what that Five of Cups is most upset about. It's that you've robbed yourself of what was in that cup, you know, of that beautiful gift, okay? You did that out of fear, out of old conditioning. It's not like you said, I can't have nice things. You just didn't realize, you know, that you were just like, knocking over the cup, but that's what happened. But when I asked for another card, because you already got that one, it was this. So we got the woman holding a heart at the beginning, and now you have the man holding the heart. And, you know, because just like with the feminine card, woman holding the heart, it doesn't have to mean, you know, it doesn't have to be just for a man or having to do with a man, but this is about you had been coming from that strong, powerful masculine energy, maybe an energy of control, and you are ready to shift into showing your heart, revealing your heart, shifting away from this into this. Stopping to protect your heart and moving into sharing your heart. Living from your heart. Boldly and without protecting it. So that is the transition you've been making, and there's that transition. Moving ahead in that soul-led action. Again, letting your soul lead the way, the mind following. Soul then mind. Mind being an excellent servant, follower, and a terrible leader. The soul leading the way. And then leading the way as you speak your truth. Speaking the truth of your soul. And you're going to do this. This is what is going to make right that thing that wasn't right. This is what is going to balance out the thing that didn't feel balanced. When you speak from your truth, from your heart, Gemini. That's what's going to happen. So your angel message is patience. This has been a big one coming up. Now is the time to learn, study, gather information, enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. So patience with this process, patience with moving into that soul-led action and speaking your truth and allowing the things to, patience with allowing the things to balance out that need to be balanced out, the rights, the wrongs to be righted. That's important to have patience with, but it will, because that beautiful man with the heart energy, you are letting go of control and letting your heart lead the way. Beautiful. Keep doing that. Okay, thank you. We're going to move to Cancer now. Finding hairs all over me. That's nice. Cancer. Okay. Oh, interesting, Cancer. So, you are having romantic thoughts, for sure. Fantasies, visions. You want to be connected, and you're being moved toward connection, for sure. But right now, you might feel a little separated from that, but you're not. It's an illusion. It's just, yeah. So you have this Lover's card, which talks about wanting to be together, wanting to get together, feeling very passionate about this, having some obstacles keeping you from doing this right now, but this is what you really want. Being blindfolded in a way to like how to get there, but this is what you want. Feeling a little separated, which is what this Two of Wands indicates. It's like feeling a little unsure about how to get there. It's going to have to do with communication with these birds. It's going to have to do with a shift in communication to speak this passion, this wanting to be together for Cancer. So then these two cards, really nice energy. The 10 of Coins is about feeling like you are surrounded with everything you need, love and earthly provision, money, security. This is like long term. This is like feeling this love and providence surrounding you long term, like for the rest of your life. So you know that it's like moving into this Lover's energy, into this couple energy. You know that connecting is going to give you this. Maybe Cancer, you've been kind of not thinking you wanted to be connected, kind of thinking you wanted to just be single or just, not really commit or something. But this is saying you are seeing now the benefits and the what you do want from that connection. This too. So if this is having everything you need in the world, this is having everything you need in love and in connection and in your soul truth and having it in the physical, and it's celebrating it and it's feeling joyful. It's family. So yeah, you're wanting to connect and move into this stable family energy, but you felt disconnected from it in the past. Wow. So the action card is coming out for a lot of signs, and it has come out for you with the Door to Romance. So very interesting that you got the Lover's card, which is the same as this, Door to Romance. It's like you are aligned with being together in a romantic way, which is telling me like before you really weren't. This is new, and you're ready to move toward it now. You're ready to move toward it because you are following your soul guidance and you're moving into this 8 for the connection. So it's like, yeah, you want to move to this. You're ready now. And you are moving away from those things that have been blocking you from that. And you are now co-creating this connection with the divine. You're saying, or you've already done that. You've already worked with the divine and said I want this, and now it's coming in. Stay focused on this because you're still in this powerful energy. This being the week of the new moon, still very powerfully co-creating. So that's what you want. Stay aligned with it. Don't let those fears pop in. The only card I got that was indicating those fears is that Two of Wands, and it's just saying like, it's a tendency to feel separated from that connection, but that's only mental, and it's only things that were programmed into that consciousness, and they are illusions. They're not true. Dropped a bunch of cards. Let me pick those up. Okay, so angel guidance for Cancer. So Cancer, this love is for you. So another card, I mean, all the angel guidance today has been about being patient and learning and like gathering, because you're shifting gears now into this connection. So it's like, learn about it, allow that knowledge to just come in divinely. Schooling, study, education, help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will help guide you and help you with this process. So allow yourself to be guided, allow yourself to learn. And I'm getting for you, it's like she's holding this apple, and it's like, you know, going back to the Garden of Eden, it's like learning to love all over again is what I'm getting for you, Cancer. Because whatever you learned about love way back taught you to be separate, taught you to be separated from love. But you now have changed that with the divine, and it's time to learn how to love again. It's time to learn how to love all over again. Beautiful. Okay, so next is Leo. Guidance for Leo. Thank you. Knight of Wands. So passionate communication either coming in to you or from you to someone else. Ooh, haven't seen this one in a while. 9 of Swords. Okay. So some anxiety, some worries, and some difficulty here. But this is, okay. But then it's all leading to the 3 of Cups, which is celebration, connection, reunion, joyful, like emotional, happy. So it's like the Knight of Wands with that passionate energy riding in, and then you get to the 3 of Cups of rejoining with this person, celebrating. But in between, there's some wrestling with things that are of the mind, because it's this 9 of Swords, which is about worry, sleepless nights, feeling like you have a lot to worry about. Like this, you know, cougar, panther is like, where would I go? How do I get out of this? I'm gonna have to, you know, I don't see any way out. But that is an illusion, and it is just thoughts, because swords are thoughts. So it's not real, and it is having to do with this devil energy, which is, again, an illusion. It's the mind trapping you, trying to trap you. So it's like you're moving forward in this passionate energy, or someone's moving toward you, but there are still these limitations of the mind that are trying to thwart you, that are trying to trap you. But you will, you're stronger than that. That passion is stronger than that. That focus, that divine guidance is stronger than that, because you're moving into 3 of Cups, which is a very positive, joyful, and connected card. So don't worry. You are getting to that joyful, you know, beautiful place. Just be aware. I mean, they're just giving me, it's just important to be aware of those other energies so that you don't fall into that time of, you know, allowing the mind to take over. Do not allow the mind to take over. Ooh, you're victorious. Don't worry. That energy is no concern of yours. Yeah, so when I just said don't allow the mind to take over, make sure this black horse does not get out in front, because that is the mind. The mind should always be following the soul into abundance, into connection with that 8. So it's like, just keep moving forward through that energy. Keep moving forward through that. Keep moving forward through that. It's like this, you know, cat, just, you know, run. Just run. Keep moving through that energy. Don't even focus on it. Don't attach to it, because you are victorious. This is a 10, introduces to a 1 for a new beginning. So it's like, just keep going out of that old into that new, world. It's a whole new world. And yes, there are, you know, obstacles trying to pop up, keep you from that new world. But you're not going to let that happen. Just keep plowing ahead. Keep plowing ahead. Because you are victorious going to that new world. So anything that's trying to keep you, hold you back, is just a reflection of those mind fears, just a reflection of those unconscious, you know, limitations trying to pop up. Do not listen to them. And that can be on your end or on, you know, and coming from someone else. So keep that in mind. Just keep following your inner guidance to that Three of Cups, beautiful, joyful energy. And that abundance. Angel guidance is Serena. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money you need and everything else in abundance that you need. And God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. So you will be receiving everything you need to be victorious. So when those worries pop up, when those challenges pop up, tap into this knowing that you're receiving everything you need to be victorious. Align with this. And it will make it much easier, Leo, to get through that challenge, okay, this week. And it's important with all these readings to remember that this energy is, you know, for the week. It is not forever. It is a passing energy. So it's just, you know, to guide you. It's really just to help you be aware of the energy so that when it pops up, you can say, oh, okay, that's what this is. And it helps you. It's kind of like a guidance system, like a GPS or something, to give you your, you know, your coordinates so you can see and you don't feel quite so turned around and at the mercy of what's happening. So for Virgo, first thing that came out was Queen of Wands. This is an energy of being very magnetic. You are very led by your divine guidance. You're very strong with this lion. It's like you are effortless, magnetic, and you're leading the way. Okay. Also, the High Priestess here. The High Priestess is about mystery, having divine knowing but not speaking. So these are interesting together because this one is illumination, showing the way. This one is sort of concealing. Not concealing anything in a bad way, but you know, she is holding a heart here, just like that first card with the deceit. But this one though is about not deceit, but in knowing. So it's like quiet, but in knowing. And this one is illuminated and in knowing. So these could both be you, or this could be you and someone you're connected to, but you're both in your divine knowing. Or you're in it in these two different ways, okay? I am getting that's a partner because it feels like this other energy is saying, like, you know, there's been no communication because of this heart protection, but you've both been illuminated and in your knowing. But there's heart pain with the Three of Swords. There's heart pain. There's a feeling of betrayal. And this could be because of this mystery, because of this withholding. It's like this thing of like, I know, and you know. So it's like hurting me that we're not both on the same page here. That's really the pain. It's the not acknowledging, it's the not getting together on it that's painful. But then this energy is coming in to change that. It may be in a way that is abrupt. It may be in a way that's like in and out, like real quick. Like, haha, you know, this guy's like a ninja and he's got a fox. So it's like this very quick, very in and out kind of energy. And it's a sword for communication, but possibly not gentle communication. So there will be something to bridge that gap that's been there in the knowing but being separate. There will be something that bridges that gap this week. But just know that it might be quick, and it might be kind of out of nowhere, and then you'll be like, what was that and where did it go? Possibly. Okay, Virgo. The doorways to possibility are wide open. It's like you have so many options. Yeah, because you are walking away from those things that aren't working. So as you walk out of that door, all these others are opening, right? You're walking out of the one that doesn't work for you. All these ones that can work for you are opening. You do have a concern about money, but again, focus on what the abundance that is here behind the door that you can't see, not the lack that you're looking at where you can see. Because this side of the safe has no back, and it's an endless vault. You just can't look at it because the door's closed. But you can envision it. And this side, you know, has like a false back, but that's what you're focusing on. Don't focus on that. So I'm going to pull a fourth card because you got a repeat card from the beginning, that walking away. Oh, man holding the heart. So we got the woman holding the heart at the beginning. The man is holding the heart too. So this is for you to keep in mind as those two, the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess, that they're both in there knowing, but they're not connecting on it. But you can know you both are in this heart energy. You're both holding your hearts for each other. So for now, you just know that communication is coming. And if it's you who's going to communicate, you will know it. You'll be inspired. You'll know. And if it's the other one, that will come into you. So don't worry, like, how do I know? Am I supposed to communicate? You'll know. You won't wonder. And the possibilities are opening. Remember not to lock in on that lack. Keep walking away from what is not serving you. Move into that heart energy even more. So just know this is happening, okay? This connection is happening. And focus on that abundance. Focus on those opening doors, not the closed doors, is what I'm getting for you, Virgo. It's important for you to focus on the opening doors, not the closed doors. Focus on what is on the other side. So just don't focus on the lack, and don't focus on where the possibilities aren't. Focus on where they are, okay? And same with that connection, you know, not focusing on the lack of, but focusing on what's coming in. The potential, focusing on the potential. This card keeps coming up for every sign, this or one like it. Angel guidance is Maya. Schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will help you and guide you with this process. So this is a time when you're being prepared for this next phase. After this, you know, connection happens with all these doors opening, all this abundance coming in. You're being prepared. You're being taught. You're being filled with the knowledge that you need to move to this next place. So this week you're going to expect this message coming in, or you're going to wait for the inspiration to send this message, and then that is going to open these doors. And just know that you're being supported. Keep walking away from those things that are not in resonance. That's really important. And then keep learning, being supported in that growth. Also remember that the person you're connected to, the other one, is learning too. So I'm really getting this is like you're both learning. So just keep that in mind. It's like you're ready to go, but remember you're both learning, okay? Okay, next is Libra. Let's see what's happening for Libra. Okay. Things being illuminated. The moon card came out. We have the new moon that has happened this week moving into Taurus. Things coming into earthly reality from the spirit and being reflected into earthly reality. The moon. The moon's also about illuminating the things that are in the dark, looking at the things that are in the dark. And Libra, sometimes this is difficult for you because you do love harmony, you love illumination, and so to look at the things in the dark can be hard. But you've moved into a place where you are more comfortable with that. I mean, you really moved into a place of balance and comfort with looking at those, with seeing your shadows and integrating them, I'm getting. And that has happened through this process of you being the hermit, which has been what you've been in, and maybe what you will continue to be in this week up to a certain point. Yeah, definitely that will shift. But you've been in hermit mode, and that has illuminated so much. So really, you've come into this comfort, I'm getting, this comfort with a lot of things you were uncomfortable with before. 2 aces. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. There's another sign that got this. I believe it was Aries. It was Aries. So Ace of Wands, passionate communication coming through from a place where it just seemed like, okay, that would be impossible. Coming back from the fire, coming through the fire, and then celebrating. The cup runneth over. Emotions being enjoyed. Again, it's like this comfort, illumination of what would have been kind of avoided before is leading to an ease, I'm getting. An ease and a balance that can let this happen. It can let this passion come in from where, you know, it looked like impossible, and it can allow for this celebration, this joy, and this just kind of like having a good time, like just chilling. It's very nice. Okay, so that's this week. So, you know, definitely a shift in energy from that moon and hermit to those aces. Aces are, you know, new beginnings. So definitely a shift with this action, movement forward. Soul-led action, mind following the soul. Never the other way around. This card has been coming out for at least half the signs so far. And more energy that we are definitely seeing you move away from. This card that came out at the beginning is coming out for you again because you're being asked to be extra aware of this, you know, of this residual deceptive energy that is just the mind. Ooh, you got 2 repeat cards from the beginning, Libra. This one too. So a reminder that you're moving through this. So I'll pull you 2 more cards because I've been pulling extra cards whenever you get a repeat card from the beginning. So you have a ton of cards, Libra. Okay, so that soul-led action, definitely movement forward. Those aces, it's like moving on forward. The divine plan, it's in alignment with what is planned, what is divinely timed. So remember that the timing and the way it unfolds is all in the hands of God. It's like your hands are just off the steering wheel, like this is in God's hands. Timing, the way things unfold, when these aces come in, you know, you've learned this though from being in hermit mode. You've learned this from being in the moon energy. So you're good with that. But do be aware of this as you move into these changes. Just be aware of this popping up in the mind. I'm just getting like, you know, look at things by the light of the moon. Continue to look at things by that light you've learned to look at them by. Because if you look at them always, you know, by the external light, you're going to see some of this. in yourself and others. So just keep that light, that hermit light shining and that moon light shining. You are moving through this doorway to this, you know, balanced, beautiful, harmonious place, very much in alignment with your divine guidance, your crown chakra wide open, very activated, allowing all this change. Because Libra, for you, I'm really getting so much of this is about allowing. Because before, you just there was a lot you may not have realized that you were blocking. You may have been trying so hard that you were actually blocking. So now you're allowing these things to happen, to unfold divinely. You did also get the anxiety card, which Aries also got, interestingly. But you know, with this, it's just saying, you know, like that deceit card, just don't stay there. You know, these two mind energies, just be aware of them. Don't stay there. When they pop up, and they will, just shift right into this. Shift right back into that hermit energy, that moon energy of the illumination of the knowing. That's what you want to see things in, okay? Everyone's getting this card, or the education, like it's like we're either learning or being patient right now. So the angel guidance, patience. Now is the time to learn, also learning. So learning and being patient. So learn, gather information, be a student, because you're going to be synthesizing this knowledge into action. So have patience as you are going through these shifts this week. And definitely, you know, be aware when those things pop up in the mind that you don't want to stay there. Shift back to that illuminated view. Okay? Okay, Scorpio. I love seeing the parallels. The parallels and the contrast between the guidance that the signs get. It's like really beautiful to see, you know, which things are syncing up and which things are showing themselves completely differently. It's really, really neat. So Scorpio, you are starting off in the Fool energy. Very beautiful. So the Fool, it's a 0. It's about being completely open, completely without a need to control. Ready to move forward, yes, but with no plan. You're just like, whatever the day brings. Because you've learned how to get out of your own way. I'm getting Scorpio. You've learned how to not block yourself. And this is leading to emotional fulfillment and connection. It's, you know, learning to get out of your own way. You're learning like, oh, I was the only one who was keeping me from this. I was the only one who was ever keeping me from feeling connected, enjoying life, enjoying being with others, you know, even reuniting with someone. I was kind of in the way of that. So you're able to step out of the way and just allow it. Okay. There's someone, because you're the Fool, I'm getting this is an energy you're connected to, someone else is bringing into you, or vice versa, but this is an energy you're connected to, or someone's connected to in you. So those two cards, one person, these two cards, another person, but you'll recognize what's happening. So this person is, or it's an aspect of yourself, because it could both be you, but just see how it resonates. This person has been unsure about what they want, whereas, you know, the Fool energy is like, I've let go of any concept of what I want, and I'm just opening to what comes because I trust it. This is more like, I don't know, I feel like I need to, you know, figure it out, and I'm kind of foggy about what I want, and I don't know, I'm just kind of confused, but I could definitely need to make it happen, and I can't show that I'm having trouble making it happen. So it's a different energy than the Fool, as is this, because this King of Coins is about coming into the physical, starting something, you know, bringing this coin into the physical. There has been wisdom accumulated here, as well as, you know, value, knowing what's of value. This king understands value, and they're ready to come with that, come toward the Fool energy. But this person is still definitely learning how to shift into that Fool energy, or learning how to work with that, because they're just becoming illuminated. You can tell from the eyes in this picture, they're not quite yet there, but they're definitely getting clarity about what they want in the world. So this person's kind of in transition, whereas this other one has gotten to the place, Scorpio, where it's like, okay, I know I'm in a new beginning, and I'm just trusting. So this card coming out for almost everybody, soul-led action. Something this week is happening where it's like movement forward, soul-led, mind following, it leading to connection to abundance. It's divinely led. The thinking man. This resonates as being a lot like this King of Coins. So it's like there's a masculine energy, and this could be you or the other person, that is shifting in awareness, that is sort of changing their definition of what is valuable. Maybe because they're seeing you as the Fool, completely shifting how you go about determining that for you. You got a card from the beginning spread, which is that yin-yang balance. So you're definitely coming into this balance. And I'm really getting that for you, Scorpio, because you have those two energies represented. And your message is, you know, there's action moving this week to shift you both into this balance and balance within. Any worries about money? Several signs have been getting this card. Just try to focus on what you cannot see, the abundance you cannot see, not on the lack that you're seeing or that you're afraid of. Because behind this door, it's an endless vault with everything you could possibly need. That's the door you want to focus on, not the empty part. Align with the abundance. And I'm pulling it. Ooh, pulling another card because you got that card from the beginning that was a repeat. And when I pulled the other one, it's another 4. They're both 4s for abundance, joy, stability. So this is what I was just saying. Behind this door, it's actually this. It's not empty at all. When that door opens, it's the door to value. So Scorpio, you're very clearly getting a message to release your worries about money, to align with this happening, because that is what's happening. And it will support you in this movement into balance within yourself and with your partner. So if this is your concern, if this is an obstacle, that's so cool. That is so, so cool that you got both of those. Wow. Okay. Love it when that happens. And angel guidance for Scorpio. And Scorpio, that's happening this week, so keep me posted. Gosh, this card or another card, same two, keep popping up for every sign. For you, it's patience. Now is the time to learn, study, gather information, enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. So be a student, take this in, be the Fool, be open, allow everything to flow in, allow that abundance to flow in. Allow the doors to just open and to just let it be like, wow, where did this come from? You know, let it be like that, because it is coming in for you. Just have that patience. Okay. Sagittarius, thank you. That was really cool. Sagittarius. Oop. The Hanged Man. So you have continued to be in this beautiful state of surrender, or this could be a partner because you're getting the Two of Cups. Definitely about a harmonious partnership. Yep, this is about a partnership. So Sagittarius, wow, that's beautiful. Okay, so one or both of you in the partnership has been surrendering, has been seeing things from the perspective of the other one, has been seeing things from an entirely new perspective for themselves. And this has changed everything in the dynamic. And this has enabled both people to see, to feel this Two of Cups energy. This is the energy of togetherness, of, you know, wanting to communicate with these birds, of being led by your star, your guidance to each other, to harmony, togetherness, and balancing. So just like that yin yang card from the beginning, it's like coming into balance. Your heart being able to be light, your heart's being able to be light together, because this is a feather and a heart balancing out. So whatever has felt imbalanced and whatever has caused heaviness in the heart, that's being corrected this week. That's being balanced out this week by the divine. And you are being moved to the Four of Wands, which is that beautiful divine partnership energy, divine family, love, connectedness, being supported in that, celebration and joy and abundance, everything you could want together. So just know that balancing is coming now because of that ability to see each other's perspective. And then you're also receiving this that you need in the physical world. Abundance in the physical world. You're aligning with and receiving that money. Look at that. So you got the Justice card with the scales, and then you got the Contract card with the scales. So definitely coming into balance. Something that needed to be balanced out, corrected, justified, settled is happening. So this could be a legal matter, a divorce or settlement or something. Maybe settlement, because this, something with money and legality possibly, but something's balancing out. Justice is being served. Things are balancing within the partnership, and you're being provided for with everything you need. Beautiful, Sagittarius. Getting this card for almost every sign. The Action card, divinely led action, soul led action, action toward abundance, toward connection with that 8. The mind following, so important to keep the mind following. Do not let that black horse pull out to the front. Don't ever let that happen. Don't ever let that happen. Because when that happens, that is what is deceiving. That black horse of the mind trying to lead, trying to go, oh, I got this. I'm going to shoot out in front. No, that's this. That's the mind trying to take control, trying to pull you back from everything that's coming your way. Because it's too scary, that's unfamiliar, whatever it is. So do not listen to that. One more card for you, since we pulled that one at the beginning. We pulled this one at the beginning too, but it's for you, Sagittarius. You are moving into this abundance, into this beauty, into this new life. So keep moving that way. Do not let that mind energy pull you back. Last card, since that was a repeat too. Okay, well, so you have 2 mental energies to be aware of. Another sign got these 2 together too. I think it was Libra. So these 2, anxiety and mind deception. Just be wary of these this week. Do not follow them. Do not go with them. Do not allow them to take root in your mind. Do not allow that mind horse to bolt out in front. Just make the soul stronger, faster. You know, keep it leading, because it's leading you through this doorway. It's leading you through this doorway. Okay? All right. So angel guidance for Sagittarius. Thank you, thank you. Every single sign is getting either the patience card or this card. Patience card or this card. It's like those are the two that are happening. This one, schooling, study, education, help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. And really the message for both is kind of the same. They're both about using this time to learn, to take in what you're being shown, to take in the divine knowledge, the divine guidance as represented by this sacred geometry here. It's like, take it in. Oh no, mowing. Might have to close the door. Okay, so take it in, allow this time to be one of integration. And definitely keep that soul strong in the lead for you, Sagittarius, in everything you're doing this week and always. Capricorn, okay. So for Capricorn, I think I am gonna have to close the door, unfortunately. Okay, so this is for Capricorn. Capricorn. Oh, nice. 9 of Cups, feeling supported, having everything you need. No worries, feeling protected, held up. 8 of Coins, focusing on your work. Capricorn. The Magician, being very powerful in your alignment with the divine. And 4 of Coins. Okay. So all of this is like about amazing, you know, abundance, and then this one's kind of like, I'm clinging to what I got. So 9 of Cups, Capricorn, it's like you have been receiving so much help, so much divine guidance, support from the universe, from God, so much protection, and so much power with these big cats. It's like just power. You're feeling the power. You're feeling the divine power, your own power. Really nice. And then 8 of Coins is talking about working hard, dedicating yourself to something. You've been focusing on your work, on your purpose, on your daily. You've been very attentive in your energy every day. You've been very methodical, in the zone, really in the zone. That's good. And this has put you in the zone as the Magician, to be connected with the divine, to be very, very focused. It's like your mind has not been cluttered. And since your mind has not been cluttered, you've been able to have a clear channel. And this being a very powerful time for co-creating with the new moon energy, it's like you and the divine are like this, and you're able to be like, you know, I'm focused on this, and it appears, like with that 9 of Cups, it appears, everything I need appearing. So this energy is a little confusing. I might need a clarifier, which I haven't done for anybody else. But the 4 of Coins, this is about, okay, I'm moving forward, but I'm being really protective of what I have. Well, I guess this does make sense because, you know, you've been wounded. He's missing an eye. You've been wounded, you've been hurt. Yeah, it makes sense. Because, you know, now you're like, okay, it's just me and God. Yeah. You're like, I've been hurt by this other person or these other people, so now it's just me and God. And that's all I need. And I'm moving forward, and I'm really not in the mood to open up or share or really receive anything from anybody else. I'm just kind of wanting to cling to what I have. So that's because you've been hurt, okay. But remember that opening energy for all of us is that woman holding the heart, and you have been healing from that pain. You've definitely been healing from that pain very powerfully. Oh, and walking away from those energies that caused the pain. You've been walking away from those patterns that caused the pain in the first place. You've been going within, seeing your part in those patterns, seeing what led to that. This is a 10 reducing to a 1 for new beginning. So it's like you've seen what caused that. You're ready to move forward. You've healed. You've walked away from what caused the pain. So it's time to open up. Yeah, trusting the divine plan. trusting how things are unfolding, and trusting really that everything, even including that pain you endured, was part of the divine plan, was part of the plan for you and your journey. You know, it did lead to this place where you are now. So it's really good. You got a repeat. It's good in the grand scheme of things. It didn't feel good at the time. You got a repeat card, so I'm going to pull another. Indecision. So yeah, this is similar energy. Indecision, it's like you want to move toward abundance with this 8. You want to move toward seeing your soul truth reflected in your physical reality. But there is something that is holding you in place for now. Or this could be the energy of someone you're connected to, where it feels like we both need to make a decision in order to share and move on ahead. But right now, it feels a little stalled. I'm going to actually ask for a clarification about that. Oh, well, there we go. I just felt compelled to pull that one more card, and it is that action. So that indecision will shift this week. I felt compelled because almost everyone is showing this, and you are no exception. So definitely you have a little more of a pause before this, but this is definitely happening, and it's soul-led action into that abundance with the 8. See, check it out. That other card with the indecision was an 8. This is an 8. So it's like you're moving from the stuck indecision into this action. That is happening. But you may need to be aware of, you know, releasing this a little bit, or that could be with someone else. Just kind of not having as much of a grasp on, not being afraid you're going to lose all of this, you know, because you're not. Because it is soul-led. Make sure your mind is following that soul. And your angel guidance. Okay. I'm telling you what, every single sign, I'm really eager to see if this continues through the whole thing, but every single sign has gotten either this card or the card for patience. Those are the only 2 cards that have come out of this deck all day. This one is about learning, schooling, study, and education to help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will help and guide you through this process. So take this time as a time to learn, as a time to pause, to move into with this action. I said pause, but that's really not what they meant. So I need to feel into that, because you're coming out of the pause. Okay, what they're saying is, as you move forward, take this as a moving, learning experience, okay? You're learning, you're expanding away from this. So move out of this energy of kind of, I know and I want to cling to what I know, into expansion, into learning, is what they're saying. But no, this pause will become movement this week for sure. Okay? And Aquarius will be next. One moment. Okay, time for Aquarius. Aquarius, before I start, just let me... This little donut dangling from the doorknob is bothering me right now. Okay, now. It's probably not bothering you, but it just distracted me. Made me want a donut. I mean, now I really want one. Okay, so Aquarius. I was waiting for something really great to come out because you had a couple of challenging things here, but this has been common. This has been happening for all the signs. It's like something at the beginning that's like really good, and then something at the end that's really, really good, and then in the middle some challenges. So this may be telling about this week that like we're starting off with this great energy. There's going to be some challenges in the middle, and then it's ending up really good, or it's being led by this really good thing. Okay, so the Hierophant, Aquarius, this can be an energy of like wanting things to be a certain way. So this, I'm feeling that like as you are seeing things change in your world, in your physical world, in your work, in your relationships. You want it to be a certain way, or you feel it should be a certain way, or according to divine order. I'm just really getting something about structure here. It's like order in the chaos kind of thing. It's like there have been a lot of parts and pieces, and you're ready for them to come together and make sense. And they are. And they will eventually, because, and I'm going to show you this because these two are kind of challenging, but the sun, I mean, the sun is like one of the most positive cards in the deck. It is about everything just, you know, being beautiful, illuminated, harmonious, abundant, everything you could want. So this is really, really good. In the meantime, Five of Swords. Five of Swords is this kind of embattled energy of there needing to be like a winner, or someone feeling like there needs to be a winner or a victor, sort of like needing to defeat someone. And again, this could just be like defeating that chaos, that feeling of things not making sense. It could be like, I need to get in control here. I need to be on top of this, or it just feels like this struggle where you or someone else feels like they need to get in control, sort of. And there's the Strength card. And the strength, you know, strength comes from being divinely loved, comes from being in that unconditional love energy that we talked about at the beginning. And again, so many cards in this reading have been having this heart protective energy of the heart being held and protected. So the heart has been through a lot with all of this kind of upheaval. And that's why there's been this need to defend. But you are being moved into the sun. So it's like you really don't have anything to worry about. You're being moved to this wonderful place. It just looks kind of rocky. It's like when you're traveling and the journey is just really rough, but your destination is going to be amazing. It's like when we get there, we'll be at this really amazing place, but it's the getting there that can be, you know, kind of a bitch right now, and that's what's happening. So, or that's what's happening this week, but just keep your eyes set on that destination. Yes, so you're getting some really wonderful cards here. Two of them are repeats from the beginning, so I pulled two extras. And before I read them, I want to open the door again. There was some yard work happening, but now, or outdoor stuff happening, so I'm going to open it. It's still happening, never mind. So, okay, so the cards you got that were repeats from the beginning, no, I guess there was just one. The one repeat from the beginning was walking away. So you, Aquarius, definitely with this feeling of like discord, chaos, whatever has not been working at all. Whatever you've been feeling like you have to kind of battle, that you're walking away from, okay? So it's just it's a reinforced message that like you're leaving that, remember? It's like you don't have to fight anymore because you're leaving that and you're moving toward the sun. Those are old things that are not resonating with you anymore because you're moving toward abundance. And look, you're moving towards so much abundance that you got two cards about it. You got cornucopia with the endless stream of abundance and blossoming abundance. So it's like the abundance is blossoming now. You're seeing like the sprouts of it now. It's coming in. It is showing itself. It's blossoming with the little new buds. And then what it's becoming is this endless stream. And in both of these cards, there's a butterfly talking about transformation. So it's like you have transformed, and it is allowing this transformation of your world around you to reflect your soul. So you're in line with this now and with the sun. So all of that energy of like, I have to fight, I have to struggle, you're leaving that behind. The thinking man and Archangel Gabriel with the throat chakra. This is saying that there's been this shift from being in the mind to being in the soul. So this is why you've come from this place of like feeling like you have to fight, and this place of feeling like things don't make sense, the kind of sense you want them to make. Because you were up in your mind, because you were trying to make things make sense in your mind. But the shift that happens that moves you into the sun, into this abundance, is moving into the soul, leading the way. And speaking that, being really living it, speaking it, allowing yourself to hear it. Because a big part of aligning with this is in the words that you speak, you know, in your own mind, to yourself and to others. So you have to make sure as you're moving forward this week, special message for you, Aquarius, as you're having these conversations with people about what's going on with you, because, you know, there are changes going on with you with your work, and of course people are going to ask you lots of questions, as they do. Just make sure what you're speaking is in line with this. So even if it feels like there are challenges, yeah. Oh, now. I was going to pick up this and say, you know, even if it feels like there are challenges, make sure you're speaking about the abundance. Okay. And then I picked up this one. So speaking your truth in this new sensibility is really, really important in your walking away, is what they're saying. So you're going to have to speak your truth in situations this week that are going to separate you from the old, moving you into this abundance. So just keep that in mind, Aquarius. Speak your truth. Keep moving toward that abundance. Just picture that stream of sunlight coming in, you know, on that cornucopia, and just say, that's what I'm walking toward. That's what I'm walking toward. As you're speaking your truth, having these difficult conversations, walking away from what's not working. Focus on that. Okay, I'm really curious with these last two signs to see what comes out, because same card. So funny. So for all 11 signs now, it's been one of two cards in this whole deck. Just one of two cards. It's been either this one or the Patience card. This one has been the one coming out most. So this is a really important time for everyone in learning this new way of being, of loving, of connecting, of living. Schooling, studying, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. It's about learning. It's about integrating this knowledge, this divine understanding into your new life with these changes that have happened, that are happening. So learning how to be, it's like learning how to live all over again is what I'm getting. Because you are in this new place with this abundance, with this beautiful divine order. Okay, Aquarius, thank you. Okay, Pisces. What is happening with Pisces? Thank you. The Eight of Wands, quick movement forward, and the Four of Swords, which is about rest and kind of the opposite of the Eight of Wands. So let me see how that looks. Oh, Ten of Cups, love, connection, togetherness, and the Knight of Cups. Huh, Pisces. So, I'm going to need clarification about this. Am I? No, maybe not. Okay. It's just going to take another minute. Okay, well, so this Eight of Wands, this movement forward, it's also passionate communication. It's expressing the desire to move forward. And because it's with this Four of Swords, it's like after a time of pain and recovery. So this is like in a connection, one or both of you have been hurt. Or if it's you, no, it's not just you, because the Ten of Cups came out, and that's definitely a couple. So this is definitely a connection, a couple. You both have been hurt, and you both had to take some time to recover. But now there's this Eight of Wands, this movement forward with this eagle, with this seeing of the truth, seeing of the way forward. But this could only come after this time of recovery and rest and clarity that way. So that was very important, and now this is happening. There will be lots of communication, sort of making up for lost time I'm getting, because then this, the Ten of Cups. So this will definitely bring you closer. You may be able to talk about, I'm getting that now too, you may be able to talk about the pain, talk about what happened as you're communicating, and this will bring you closer together. It's like everything you're able to reveal to each other will bring you closer together in understanding, in helping you to see on a deeper level than your eyes could let you see because they're blindfolded. So being able to feel, ooh, Pisces, you know, you're so emotionally deep, and I really feel that with these cards. It's like this, the pain was deep and the love is deep. And this is going to be deep communication too. It's going to be passionate and meaningful communication. Meaningful with this Nine of Cups. This is like, I'm sorry I said 9, but I meant Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is bringing in this offering of love. She's holding a harpoon. It's like we're going to harpoon the whale of, not that harpooning a whale is good, but you know, harpoon the energy of the pain, of the big thing that was in the way. It's like we're taking that down with this love. This is definitely the strongest energy of those cards. It's really beautiful. Okay, so for Pisces, yeah, there's definitely been the heart pain. Oh, but look how beautiful. Oh my goodness. So there's been the heart pain, but there's so much, like I say, Pisces, so much depth of love that it is moving you forward because your heart is so strong. So look, you got, Pisces, the broken heart and the heart that needed to heal, but also the angel of love. So it's like, yes, the pain was deep, but the love is stronger. The love is deeper. The love can, you know, heal anything. Wow. And it's like this heartbreak has made the love even stronger. It's not like that. That is it. And this is very much like that energy at the beginning. Like I said, the loving, can't see, but she's holding a rose quartz. The loving, unconditional divine love energy. It's even surrounding you in your community, in your connections, in your soul connections, in your guidance. You have guides, both earthly and people, that are connecting with you, guiding you, and you're guiding them. Because of this beautiful energy of love that's just pervading everything in your life. That's so beautiful. And it will heal this connection, okay? Just know that, because there has been a lot of pain. It will heal this connection and move you into this new world, this new place, this new way, this new life. So if you're wondering, how do I get from here to there? The answer is through the love. So just keep in that strong energy of that very strong love. That will carry you there. So we got through all 12 signs with only 2 cards coming out of this whole deck of messages from the angels. This card or the patience card, and it was mostly this one. Came out for almost every sign, and the ones that didn't got the patience card. So this is about schooling, study, education, help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. It's about learning how to love again, learning how to live again in this new way. Incorporating this divine knowledge, this divine understanding into this relationship, making it an elevated and soul-aligned connection, relationship in your life. So this card is about learning how to love all over again, learning how to live all over again in this new way. So beautiful, and I'm so amazed that the same 2 cards kept coming out for everybody. So Pisces, even though the pain has been big and deep, the love is bigger and deeper. So go with that. Let that lead you. Know that you are being brought to this new place, this new way, and you are being taught everything you need to learn in that way. So this is really going to be an amazing week for moving into this, and this new way of loving is what I'm getting at. It's coming from, for everyone, it's coming from this, which is what we started with, that divine, unconditional, receptive, and all-encompassing love. So thank you. This is so beautiful. Thank you for allowing me to connect with you in it, and I hope you'll let me know how it resonates, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.